Hello, y'all. And today we are here with another show. I'm Ruby Groves Clay, and I got my trusty sidekick, AB. We're on here to talk about California. California is on fire. Oh my God.
That's terrible.
Okay, you
Terrible,
got
terrible, terrible.
people's houses, and a lot of stars' houses are on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's see who some of the notable stars are who have lost their houses. Let me see that go. Okay.
I think
Okay.
Mandy Moore. Who?
Paris Hilton lost her Malibu home.
Paris Hilton?
Um,
You say
mhm.
Paris
Yes,
Hilton?
she did.
Oh hell, that's
Yes.
one just one of her houses.
Milo Ventimiglia, I'm not sure who that is, but he and his pregnant wife had to evacuate that Malibu home, which was later
Oh,
destroyed. So we can see a pattern here. Malibu got hit hard.
okay.
Joshua Jackson from that show Dawson's Creek, his
Oh,
home in Topanga Canyon was destroyed.
wow.
Brian Greenberg and Jamie Chung, I'm not sure exactly who they are, but they shared a video of the remains of their home on Instagram.
Didn't Jamie Lee
You remember
Curtis? Didn't Jamie Lee Curtis lose a house too?
with this list, it just kind of hit and miss.
Hit and miss. I got
So
you.
it wasn't everybody. I don't.
Okay. Or maybe
You
she
asking
was,
AI, they don't give you a name.
or maybe she was just on there talking about. I think she gave $1 million. I think that's
Let
what
me
she was doing.
see.
She was donating
Okay,
money.
she was donating. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
think
that's
she was
why,
donating
because
money.
she would have made a list like that, a notable list like
Oh,
that.
she would have been probably
So,
at the top
yeah,
list.
Mandy Moore,
I heard Mandy Moore
yeah,
lost
she
her
and her
house.
family had to evacuate their home in Pasadena.
And hold on, let's go
Stephen
back.
Giltimer,
Hold on, let's go
hmm
back to Mandy Moore. Now, I noticed that she kind of got a little flack on the internet because she set up a GoFundMe account. And the
okay.
people were looking like, okay, don't you got some money? You living in this big house and you
They
ain't got no money?
they don't always have it. Sometimes their finances are trash, especially if they haven't done a good job of managing their money or they trusted the wrong people.
Hey, y'all, and that's a testament that just because you are a star, you had this long Hollywood career, a lot of people have died broke.
Sometimes it was through the bad contracts that they signed starting
Sometimes,
out that really hurt them.
yeah,
Because like when
accountants.
you start out, that can be your biggest hit. When you
Yeah,
start out, if you're a singer or whatever,
yeah,
your biggest hit can come when you're young.
yeah.
And if those contracts are not right, you're in trouble.
And then again, there's been a lot of abuse with accountants and parents and all of that, whoever the manager over their funds, stealing from them. So it can be all kinds of
Gary Coleman,
situations there. Who?
Gary Coleman went through a lot of stuff with
Gary
his
Coleman
firm.
went through a lot of stuff, yeah. Okay, but
They're
who
just,
else?
right.
There was this African American lady, they grandmother, they were looking for her. Did they ever find her? Hey y'all.
I didn't quite hear about that story. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Let me see. So a
yeah.
hero of
It
the
was
fire, Steve Gutenberg. I think
oh
he was in police academy. I think
yeah.
he helped his
Harassed.
neighbors evacuate and work to clear roads for emergency responders. So he was a hero. Keisha
Okay.
Cole, the singer Keisha Cole,
Keisha Cole.
lost
What's
her
up?
home in the Los Angeles wildfires.
Wow.
Longtime hairstylist Jonathan Wright shared heartbreaking images of the rubble on Instagram, revealing that her home had been reduced to ashes while she was away in Miami. So thank God she wasn't there,
Yeah.
because she might have been a celebrity who died, but
Yeah.
no
Because
widely known celebrities have died.
but
Some child stars lost their life, but I didn't know who they were.
I do think that gentleman that you're talking about, I think he was disabled. There was a woman who went
Hmm.
to get help and she had a disabled child. He
Okay.
was an adult. When she came
Yeah.
back, the house was engulfed in flames and he didn't survive. So, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
This is a little bit about the child star. Let me see. His name was Rory Callan Sykes. He was 32. He was a well-traveled gamer turned investor and entrepreneurial philanthropist. His mother said as she begins the difficult process of healing from the loss of her son, she looks ahead to recreating the special space they shared. But he was Rory Callum Sykes.
Mm.
Let me see. He was a former Australian channel actor. No wonder I didn't realize who he was. Didn't recognize him. He's actually an Australian child actor. He had cerebral palsy, just like you were
Mm-hmm.
saying,
Mm-hmm.
and he tragically lost his life in the fire.
They haven't found her yet. But one of the relatives went over earlier to check on her, and she was fine. Later on, he said when he went back over there, everything was in chaos. It was burning out of control, and they could not locate her. They were a close-knit family in the community, and the house is burnt to the ground. I think she was in her 90s.
She unfortunately she did die.
She passed away.
The granddaughter of a 95-year-old woman killed in the Los Angeles wildfires is honoring her beloved best friend and standing strong amidst such profound loss. Yeah, I think so because I typed in. She's the one that came up, so I hope that's her. Was it a Dulcie Curry?
They were looking for her.
So I need to skip this. Okay, this is a Black woman, and she's talking about her grandmother that was killed. Her grandmother that was killed, Dulcie Curry.
That's unfortunate that they lost
but that's
one of the matriarchs of their family.
She did go missing for 4 days. This is the case.
Okay, but
this is so heartbreaking.
I know everybody is against the Latin American people, but you know what? There were some Latin American people that came from Mexico that went to California to help put out the fire. So what? Let's not throw stone at everybody. We want to get rid of everybody.
Well, racism and bigotry never makes any sense.
It never makes.
It never makes any sense.
This is a situation where we are all interconnected. When you are pulling somebody out of a fire or you are helping someone in need, I don't think anybody in their right mind would say, "Oh, that person is Black, and I'm not going to pull that."
A white person got to pull me out of this fire.
It's about helping one another, and regardless of what side of the spectrum we are on politically, when it comes to being a human being, where is the empathy?
I don't care what a person is when it comes to a person that's hurting, a person that's sick, a person in a disaster. If they could be wearing a Trump hat, MAGA shirt, I would not care. I would try to help that person any way I could.
Help that person. God helps everybody, anybody. Everybody loves all of his children. So who are we to pick and choose who we will and will not assist?
You can't change anybody's mind by being mean to them.
Now, you can be bougie. You can be vindictive. You can have all that hatred in your heart and all of that. But you know what? You don't know when the tables are going to turn. I'm pretty sure nobody expected this fire to run through California like that. These are some millions-dollar houses. But the thing about it is, you know what? God always say, don't store up your treasures on earth. Because it can be burned down. They can be stolen.
Let me ask you something.
Okay,
let me ask you something. At this point, do you think it makes sense to even have a house in that part of California? You can't even get fire insurance at this point.
This is just my opinion. It only got to happen to me one time. Just like hurricanes down there in Florida, I only got to get flooded out one time. My house only got to be burnt down one time. And America, get ready, because all of our insurances are getting ready to increase. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Because climate change is getting worse. We're getting more and more severe weather.
Exactly. I know. I used to pay $100 and some for my car insurance, and I got a little van. And now that thing is almost $200 a month.
I wanted to ask you something about that. Don't you know that you be seeing these little advertisements for like car insurance that's really, really low? And have you looked into any of those? Is that for real, or is that kind of like scams? Or because they be saying you can get $40 a month for your car insurance.
Anybody can give you a policy, but you better be looking at the exclusions. You better be looking at that fine print to see what is it going to exclude for them to get that insurance policy that cheap. I'm not saying that it's fake. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but I'm just saying read that fine print. Know your
Right.
exclusions. And it may be a la carte. You know what I'm saying? That may be the base policy, and then you have to add certain riders onto the policy to get the coverage that you're wanting. Be careful about that. But in this day and age, between the hurricanes, hey y'all, I'm still getting over. I was ill, and I am trying to still get over from being under the weather. I lost my voice. I couldn't talk. I was on the phone trying to talk, and nobody could understand me. But feel a little better.
Right. You were at a very much a whisper.
I was.
And it was just, but that wasn't her first time. I think I've witnessed you,
with laryngitis.
Have laryngitis. I don't think that was the first time. So yeah. I told my brother, I said, don't be too worried because this has happened before, and she knows what it is. She ain't got to go run into a hospital, right?
It usually happens right after I get a cold or get sick or whatever. Hey, y'all, did y'all know what? And wait a minute. This was so cool. When I had laryngitis, right? And everybody know I used my girl Alexa, right? And I said, Alexa, turn off the lights. And she whispered back just like now, okay. Oh, it messed me up, y'all. I was done. I was like, my girl whispering. I guess it kind of plays up like if you have a sleeping baby or whatever the case may be, you're trying to be a little quiet. But when she whispered back, I hollered. I called all my friends. Alexa picks up my voice. Anyway, that was like
that was cute.
Like my girlfriend Rhonda would say, that was a house moment.
She has a lot of capability, but my problem with that particular program is it doesn't answer a lot of questions. It's like they put a lot of limits on what she can say, Alexa can say. And unfortunately, that has made it impossible for her to answer a lot of questions, even simple questions. They need to, they put too many limits on it.
I think legalities, everybody's so happy.
Sometimes she can't even answer the simplest of questions. I'd be, oh my God. With Bing Copilot, it answers every question you can think about.
Shut up. Well, you know what? If you want to advertise Bing over here, Microsoft need to cut a check. I always talk about my girl Lexi because she already in the background with me.
If Microsoft is listening, you can cut me a check because I am a big fan.
That sounds like a brand deal.
Call us. Yamame.
So anyway, back to the fires. Yeah, we can look forward to receiving some higher insurance premiums.
Right.
They are going to go sky high because we are going to be paying for those losses.
Yes. They got to recoup
their losses. For those losses.
Because some of them people actually are insured.
Yeah.
I imagine all of the stars were. So,
for them to purchase a home in these dry areas like that, I'm pretty sure they have the proper coverage, hopefully.
Hopefully. Let me see if fire insurance has been canceled in California.
Okay, well, AB is working on that. Then y'all get ready because we're going to be getting some increases on our insurance premiums. And you know what? It's like, how many insurance companies still going to be in business? It was a couple of them went out of business. I know my niece said that she had gotten a letter from the company that was insuring her house, and they went out of business.
Oh yeah, this is a story in the Los Angeles Times about first they lost their home insurance, then LA fires consumed their home. So you hear stories about that all the time. Let me see. You never let that lapse. You never let your fire insurance lapse, especially if you're in a fire-prone area or earthquake insurance, or you never let that kind of stuff lapse because you just never know when it's going to hit you. So what's next for home insurance in California after the Los Angeles fires? So this is from Berkeley News. That was a 4-hour story. This was our story is 4 hours long, so maybe we can get some information from this. Okay, citing perilous risks in residential areas, leaving California residents scrambling for coverage. So a lot of these people don't have coverage. Each new wave of cancellation is followed by talks and reforms and a growing sense of unease among homeowners. Don't politicians just talk? With fires in and near Los Angeles predicted to be among the costliest disasters in U.S. history.
But put the link up where you were reading, and if you all want to,
I'm posting that right on
go ahead
Facebook
and look
right
at
now.
what AB was referring to. Like I said, y'all, it can happen to anybody. You can lose anything at a blink of an eye. And hopefully, you weren't one of the bougie people who were looking down or, saying that that's happening to them. That's not us, when it was Puerto Rico or when it was Haiti or when it was the people in Louisiana.
In North Carolina.
Exactly. You all know I love my movies. So on Planet of the Apes, when Caesar said he held a stick and he said, individually, we are weak. And then he grabbed a bunch of other branches and he said, but together we are strong. Oh, that was profound.
Exactly.
Love me some Caesar.
These are the kind of experiences that can make people more empathetic and more compassionate. And it's terrible that some people have to go through something to learn compassion and empathy, but sometimes that's what it takes.
Sometimes, hey, God got a strange way of making you realize some stuff.
You gonna learn.
Exactly. Be like,
yes, he does.
Be like, what's going on, Jesus? You always just gotta ask, hey, what is the lesson in all this? It's always a lesson.
Learn a lesson.
It's always a lesson, y'all.
If you don't learn it, it will be repeated.
Let's bring over and look at the areas that have been affected. Let me share my screen. It got to be really hard on these firefighters to willingly run into a fire. Oh my God. You know what? I would definitely be tested on that one.
I mean, well, I wouldn't sign up for it.
Exactly. I just wouldn't do it.
It takes a special kind of person to do it. I don't think I'm that type of person. I've never been. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not.
So God bless the ones with that type of courage and that type of fortitude. But wow, no, I would not have volunteered for that. I did like light industrial, and that was hard enough. Look at the fires that are burning, y'all. I'm not sure I'm hearing everything. You're hearing everything.
3,000
You're hearing everything you're hearing.
Evacuation orders, Malibu to it's just very fortunate. My hearts go out to them all.
But I did want to mention that they have been talking about the fires in the South a lot, in Southern California, but they have also impacted Northern California. Those places are Ventura County and the San Fernando Valley.
I heard a
rumor, they've been hit too.
And I heard a rumor, and this is just a rumor, and I do believe it was on TikTok, that they were trying to turn California into the tech space. Okay, so if they're trying to turn California into the tech space, are these fires deliberate? These really accidents to clear?
Okay, the governor of California, Newsom, he was on TV talking about speculators coming in and buying land. And he seemed a little too giddy for my taste. Now, I don't like to criticize the governor of a state that's going through an ongoing crisis. I hate when Trump does it. But I looked at the video, and he seemed kind of weird in that video, like he was giddy about some people coming in and just buying up the land that had been burned. And I was saying, but I said, on the other hand, people who need money for what they've lost can probably get it pretty easily from these speculators at this point.
But wait a minute. Especially with land like California. Whatever that house you had, you will not be able to go somewhere and buy that house in another area at the same price that you bought it at. It's just not going to happen. You're going to be buying a house for that price, but you're going to be getting something less than what you had.
I would choose safety over trying to relocate to that same area.
Like I said, for me, it only takes one time. I only got one time to get burnt out.
I got a cousin that lives in Northern California, and she said the fires were 6 hours away from her. So if I was going to still try to be in California, I would probably go to the north.
Like I said, for me, it only takes one time. One time for me to get burned out. One time for me to get hurricaned out, flooded out, and I'm gone. it's a dry area.
Right.
Or if you're not, if it's in a dry area, then you're gonna be dealing with the mudslides on the other side.
Yes.
Then the cost of living in California, hey, it's a wrap for me. I'm out.
Yeah, but you got to look at the fact that people that live there love it.
Let me tell you, when Nemo come, you'll adjust them finances. Don't tell me what you won't do. Let me prove this theory. Just like you said, there were some uninsured people, right? Did you say there were some people that were uninsured that didn't have insurance on their houses?
Yes.
Maybe. Okay. So
yeah, like I said on that article said hundreds of thousands have lost their insurance.
Now look at this. They have lost everything. Everything. They have nothing unless they get that insurance money. They have nothing. And believe you me, during this process, you have just the clothes on your back. Everything you're getting is from people donating it, water, food, shelter. That's going to put you in a different mindset.
I hope so.
You're coming from living up on the hill to down to the freaking valley, lower than the valley. But that'll bring you to a state where you can now understand how the other half lives. Maybe it'll give you another perspective how the other half lives.
I did want to kind of share a little bit of a story with you for a second. So there was Alex Shakagian and Mogiga Cooper. The couple had already survived Milton in Florida before the wildfire hit their home in Altadena. Despite losing their home, they are determined to rebuild and be part of the community's recovery. So there are just some people that no matter what happens, they just determined to live in a certain area. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe it'll change their mindset, maybe not. But a lot of people be like, no, I'm rebuilding right where I was. I don't understand it at all. But some people are just determined that way.
But the other factor, you may want to rebuild, but will you be able to get insurance? You got to look at the cost factor. Is an insurance company going to reinsure that area?
I think they're done. I think they're done in Southern California. If they're not done in Southern California, I would be shocked.
I'm just saying. So the likelihood of them being able to rebuild and be insured above.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
It's what they want to do in spite of everything, but it might not be what they're able
to. That was my point from earlier. You might have to relocate. And believe me, you ain't going to be able to get that house that you had in today's market. Because I'm pretty sure you had that house for a long time. You ain't going to be able to get that house for the price you paid in today's market.
Let me ask you a question. Behind this disaster in which a lot of homes have been destroyed, a lot of houses have to be rebuilt, do you think Trump is still going to deport a bunch of undocumented construction workers even now?
Only God knows that one.
It don't seem to me like that would be a good move right now.
But he is a guy that dances by his own music. So you know what?
He does dance to his own tune.
You know what? You better hope so. Because look, even the new governor of Missouri, he just put in some things in place for immigration.
Yes, he did.
Undocumented.
He's trying to get beat cops involved in immigration.
It is coming. You know what? I had this situation happen right before Christmas, y'all. Right before my deal fell apart.
Right.
I made a video on that one. I think that's where I got sick. My deal fell apart. Okay, that's another story. Right before Christmas, this gentleman, he was of Mexican descent. He wanted to buy one of the HUD properties, which was $17,000. But as you know, because all my people know, because I educate my people. Wrong one. I ain't want the goat, but I got the goat. So anyway, he didn't have a Social Security number. And I said, sir, you're not going to be able to put a contract on this property. I need your Social Security number or EIN number. And then he was like, I can go online and get an EIN number. I said, well, you might have a problem at the title company. Because when you go close at the title company, you're going to need U.S. identification, passport, Missouri state ID, driver's license, or something like that. And it has to be U.S. documentation. So that was one of the issues that we were dealing with because this person was not legal. And then he said,
Go ahead.
well, can I put it in somebody else's name? And I was like, the legalities of that is you don't own it. You're going to put it in that person's name. So I hope you trust them, because if they're ganky, you just gave them a house that you pay cash for. So be careful with that, good
Right.
people. Okay, what's up, Anthony? What was your question?
And then he may get deported, and then they just be living in that house.
Exactly.
So I don't know if he should make that investment. But didn't the state of Missouri, right? Isn't the state of Missouri hostile to foreigners buying property in the United States?
What I said to him was, I think that you should speak with an attorney on this matter before you want to move forward. So I left
put that
it
money
at
into that, yeah.
So I shift that off of me because I'm not an attorney, and I advise that person. I think that you might want to get some legal counsel in this purchase, and they will be better able to tell you how to structure this purchase.
They might be able to do it, but you're just not wanting the person
I'm
to
just,
give them the green light.
I ain't putting myself on the line for that. No.
But Miss Ruby told me that. No.
Look, if I don't know something, I'm going to send you to the people who do know. If that's out of my area of expertise, I'm going to try to help you find the person to get your questions answered. I am not going to act like I am Eddie know everything. No, I am not. I was like, that don't sound right to me, but I tell you what, let me send you to an attorney and we can help you figure it out. How about that?
Right.
Yeah. Right. So, oh my God. Be careful about putting property in somebody else's name. They own it. Right. Unless your name is on there, they own it.
Or how?
Think about if that person gets married. That then becomes a marital issue. Be careful. Be careful doing quick claim deeds. It's a way to structure this, and we're going to be bringing people on here talking about estate planning. I can't tell you how many times we get calls about property where mom has passed, dad has passed, and they didn't add anybody else to the property, didn't do a beneficiary deed. They have some heirs, and now it's a probate issue. Okay, but
I hope and pray that around 24 victims of the California wildfires have died. I hope that all of their affairs were in order, that they had their wills and all of that together. Chances are maybe some of them didn't. So if you see a GoFundMe for those victims, be generous and give. Help them out. Oh, yeah. Because some of them people may not have had wills and stuff.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, you know what? And I tell everybody, it's definitely never too early or too late to do a will. Because you can walk down the street and not come back.
Right. Never know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen.
Earthquake, could be a car accident, could be wildfires, could be hurricanes.
Go to the grocery store and it's a shooting.
We don't want to make anybody scared, but anytime you leave your house or even in your house, you can die anywhere. So the only thing you can do is try to be prepared. Try to be prepared so that your loved ones will be looked after.
Do you have your will together?
Right.
Do you have your will together?
I need to. I
have my will together and my beneficiary deeds. Yes, I do.
I think I got the appropriate insurance as far as life insurance. I got health insurance, but as far as the will, yeah, I need to go further. I need to go further.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to show y'all something. Okay. This is something I had purchased, and this was at the advice of Susie Armin. It is a silver case. No,
and it's about a fire?
It's not filled with $100,000 bills. I wish it was, but it's not.
Right.
But if a disaster breaks out, Susie girl, you need to call me because we need to.
Is it fireproof?
We need to talk.
Yes.
It is waterproof. I keep
Okay.
all of my documents in here. I have everything in this little joker. Hold on. Everything is in nice little folders. Deeds to the house, title, birth certificate, social security numbers.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Jewelry. And my, like I said, I got it off of the Susie Orman show.
Let me see if I can put a link
hold
to
on,
Susie
y'all.
Orman.
Hold on, y'all. That hit the floor. Okay. And then it came with like CDs to do your wills and your get your finances in order. Look, everything is in compartments. Everything. So if I pass away, okay, so I'm gonna have to describe it another way. I'm gonna put it down. Okay.
Yeah.
So, whew, oh, that thing is heavy. That's only because I have everything up in that joker. If I pass away today or tomorrow, my girlfriend knows, and the kids know, go to the silver case.
You got a gold box now, though.
Okay.
And
does
she got a gold box, yeah.
Okay,
hold on. She got a gold box now.
Is it?
So I'm put a link down there.
Send me the link so I can bring it up. There. Hey, y'all, you just don't know when you may be in a situation that you have 5 minutes to get out of that house. What are you going to grab? What are you going to grab in 5 minutes? 5 minutes. What are you going to grab? You know what? For me, I'm grabbing my silver case. Anthony, you got that link up there so I can put it up there?
I'm going to send it to you in the chat, too. Yeah.
Send it to me so I can click on it and open it up, please, sir. Right. Susie Orman, you need to call me, girl, because I'm up here pumping
and
stuff
there she goes.
Stuff.
There she is.
Hold on, let me bring it up. I just wanted to share. Okay, chat. Hold on, y'all. I'm bringing it up. Anthony, put it in the Zoom chat, sir.
It's in there. It's in your Zoom chat right now. Actually, it seems like when I posted it to Facebook, it also posted to our chat, too.
I'm looking at it. And
so it's all linked.
Okay, hold on. Call iPhone.
It's in the Zoom chat. Hold on. I see. Hold on. Okay, I see what it is. I'm clicking on the wrong thing.
Let's get Anthony to get this together.
Right. All these different gadgets. Okay, where's
all that moving? I'm hot. Alexa, turn on the desk fan. Okay.
Right. But it is on the Facebook site right now. So
how much is it? I don't recall paying $300 for it, but if that's what it was.
And this is the gold box. This ain't the silver box.
Yeah, we had the silver box. Technical difficulty. Hey, y'all, this is the end of our show. I just want to say, hey, nothing is worth your life. Not a house, not a car, TVs, any of your possessions. They're not worth your life. When the professionals say to you, evacuate. Like, as a matter of fact, be ready to go beforehand. You can get another house. You can get another TV. You can get another living room set, kitchen. I know you just remodeled that basement the way you wanted it. I know you just got that house landscaped the way you've always wanted. But you know what? You can't get another life. You know, hey, grab your family, grab your loved ones. Hey, you should always have a bag ready to go at a moment. Make sure you get your furry friends, get them out of there because, hey, they depend on you. That's your family. Those are your loved ones too. So, hey, grab your dog, grab your cats or whatever and get out. Stay safe. We love you. You're in our prayers and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.